Yo, welcome back to the channel. LV Auto. This is June Jones. Welcome back. Like, subscribe if you're new here. This is a channel we talk about pricing for wholesalers. We do walk around videos, walk around auction videos, and all that. But I actually just left the auction, and I wanted to talk about what auctions I personally feel like is best for wholesalers. For a wholesaler to have a fighting chance to actually get some of the pricing on some of the cars that they actually would like. I'll start with ACV Auto Auction. I feel like ACV Auto Auction is a very great auction. It will allow you to get some bids and stuff at some cheaper rates than some of the other auctions, because ACV has something called a no reserve auction, and I think that's on Mondays. I think it may be like Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, to where any car, new car, 2015, 2025, could run through the auction as a no reserve. So that's a real good plus. I done came up, got a lot of cars, got a lot of different bids and stuff like that from over there. So ACV, if you have not, check out ACV Auto Auction. I will also go with well, I want to talk about just like Odessa, Mannheim, you know what I mean, America's Auto Auction, ACV Auto Auction. Um, I can't think of the other online auction that I normally, because I only deal with a certain amount of auctions. You know, you also have the auctions that's smaller auctions for your local, like they're not like a big Odessa or anything like that. They're just really just for your city. But Odessa, to me, have some of the best prices, because a lot of the bigger dealerships deal with Odessa. A lot of the Chase banks, a lot of repos and stuff like that, they deal with Chase. They deal, like, all the credit unions, a lot of repos go to Chase. But what they showed me was a lot of the bigger dealerships don't go for the scrapers that I always be talking about as a wholesaler that we can just buy. The bigger dealerships go for the bigger vehicles, you know what I'm saying? So we always have a fighting chance over there to get smaller priced cars. I done seen a lot of great vehicles run through over there, like cheap. So you might want to check Odessa in your area. Make sure you check out Odessa in your area. I also go so far, because y'all know I love America's Auto Auction, whether it's here, Dallas, Kansas. Kansas got some of the cheapest cars known to man. So if you're already registered for the auction, make sure you check out America's Auto Auction, Kansas City. Dallas too. Go down there and get some great cars. But when it comes to America's Auto Auction, they do got some deals, but you really got to be careful, because they don't be listing their cars right. And you have to go touch the cars, drive the cars, feel them, make sure that's something you're trying to spend some money on. But America's Auto Auction do got deals, as y'all see. And I done bought numerous cars off America's Auto Auction. They do got deals, but you have to be careful, because they don't be listing their cars right. Odessa, they do be listing their cars. But like I said, they got so many newer cars and a bunch of repos that the bigger dealers go and get, to where it leaves nothing but room for the little guys to get the cheap little scrapers. Nobody ain't really trying to buy that at Odessa like that. Now, when you talking about Texas, Houston's America's Auto Auction. Houston's America's Auto Auction is so big, they got some of the nicest cars that run through for the cheapest. Dallas do too, but Dallas, you got to be kind of careful on Dallas. I feel like they be kind of like not listing their cars as they probably should. But they do got a lot of cheap cars that run through. It ain't all buckets. But Houston got some of the best, beautifulest cars that run through at America's Auto Auction. Now, when it comes to Mannheim, Dallas, you know what I mean? Mannheim, Oklahoma, Mannheim, Tulsa, should we say. Mannheim, Atlanta and all these other places. Mannheim do got a lot of great cars. I do feel like it's some cheaper cars over there in Mannheim as well, especially for the smaller guys. I know the bigger dealerships can go try to buy up all the bigger cars and stuff like that. But I done got some good deals over there at Mannheim. To me, though, Mannheim got, down here, this market, Mannheim, to me, got some of the buckets. To me, they got the most buckets. That's just what I'm seeing. Like, they got the most hoopties, buckets, just beaters, scrapers, so wreck cars. It's like a lot of insurance companies drop their cars off at Mannheim and just try to sell them and try to make whatever money they can make out of them. That's what I feel when it comes to Manheim, Tulsa. Now, when I went to Manheim, Dallas, some of the beautifulest cars, Ferraris, whatever is out there. I mean, McLarens, whatever. They got everything out there. It's just unreal. It's just so crazy out that way. But my way, it's more buckets and beaters. So, like I said, check those auctions in your area and make sure that they work for you. If you're not in none of them areas that I just named, I really feel like ACV Auto Auction is probably one of the best for a flipper slash wholesaler, especially if you're a beginner. I feel like you got a more fighting chance to get a car that you really want at ACV. You want to know why? Because ACV, not only do they got no reserve auctions, they also got people that list the cars. Like, they got all the listings, you know, and they do be listing correctly sometimes. You got to be careful with all these auctions because they all be up to some little funny games. I bought a it was like a 2015 Nissan Pathfinder from ACV. And the vehicle checked out cool. It was cool. I think that, the check engine light was on or whatever, but in the listing, they didn't list that it was like seemed like the transmission was slipping. Like, I hit the gas and, when you go like to like 50 or something, it was like jerking and, doing that like that Nissan jerk that it do. Now, when I hollered back at ACV about that, they did take care of me. But that's the little things that you got to be careful on because they got regular people like me and you listing these cars, and some of them probably not doing their job. Because I was just telling ACV, like, how couldn't y'all see this? You can't even go past 40 or 50. What do you mean y'all missed this? You know what I mean? I just feel like certain things shouldn't be missed, especially when it comes to the way that y'all listing these cars, and I gotta buy the car and then turn around and get the car shipped out to me, get it delivered or whatever, and I'm paying these delivery fees, $300, $400. Now, I will say, ACV got the cheapest delivery fees. And not only that, you don't have to buy a car with ACV for you to utilize their delivery service. So you could go on there, sign up for them, and you could get a car delivered anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You could get a car delivered anywhere as long as you sign up for ACV Auto Auction. They gonna hold you down. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good one. Make sure you check that out. Open Lane is cool. You just gotta be careful. A lot of big dealerships use Open Lane. You could just go in there and see what kind of trade-ins they got. But let me see. And I know a lot of people, they be in the comments, talking about, go to Facebook Marketplace. You can walk people down on Facebook Marketplace. But my thing with that is, it's like, if you're a licensed dealer, it's no point of you, going to Facebook Marketplace unless you can really get that deal that you're looking for. You got your dealer's license. Why do you want to go to Facebook Marketplace? It just really don't make sense to me. Just do the work, do the proper work that you need to as a wholesaler. Find a dealer that could do the paperwork for you, and you will have a better chance to just flipping in retail. If you can't make no money wholesale, you can't flip and make retail. You just need to find somebody to do that paperwork for you, and you'll be okay. But nothing's wrong with going to Facebook Marketplace to get some deals or whatever. But as a wholesaler in the boat that we're in, and we're trying to find the cars that need to work or find the cars that we can get to flip to make some more money, especially when you ain't got nobody to do your paperwork, ACV is probably your best bet. I done bought a lot of cars from America's Auto Auction and all the other ones, but ACV, I had a good rapport. Like, I get some good deals with them. You know what I mean? But just be careful with the list. And that's where it started getting a little tricky with me, because it's like, I'm buying these cars and some of the listings is listing out. And some of them is just like, how y'all didn't see this? Or y'all not listing this? Or I'm scared to get the car because the transmission might be gone. But you make sure you get, when you buy a green light car from any dealership, you do have arbitration. Arbitration is typically a month, I think, 30 days or something happened to the car. The dealership will be responsible and they will have to reimburse you your money. But if you buy a red light car, which a lot of us is, we're not really messing around in the green light area. If you buy a red light car, you will be responsible and be on the hook for those vehicles, guys, as a wholesaler. So if you're new to this, you just coming on in, If you can't get a deal with none of the bigger auctions, ACV would be your best bet. You will have arbitration. You have arbitration with any of these auctions. And I done had to use it before. Another thing I want y'all to watch out for when it comes to these auctions. As a licensed dealer, like we could just say America's Auto, because it don't matter. Any of these auctions, this is where the big problem come in. Titles. Because I know we always talk about prices and titles. Title work is one of the most things that can hold you back as a wholesaler, a flipper, a retail dealer. Well, retail dealers kind of got a little more wiggle room because they got paper tags and stuff like that. But as a co-op opportunity and stuff like that, or even a flip like a wholesaler, you're not gonna have paper tags and stuff like that. You can, but you're not selling to the public or whatever, so you're not gonna have it. So it comes with the title. Say you bought a car from America's Auto Auction today, and the dealer don't got the title in. You gotta wait a week to get the title. But guess what? The dealer got 30 days to get you the title or something like that. You feel me? So say you pay for the car today and you still waiting on the dealer to get you the title. You got up to 30 days to wait on this title. That's where it starts to be tricky. America's Auto Auction do pretty good with getting you your title. ACV do pretty good. I didn't have to wait 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I didn't even see stories people waiting even longer than that. Manheim and them is about a week and stuff. It really just comes up with the dealer, because if the dealer turned the title in and they didn't do the paperwork right, or they didn't have the repo, like say the car got repoed and then they got to have all the paperwork and have it notarized, and just paperwork in general when it comes to the dealer auction has to be on point. I think that's one of the main things that really can hold you up, that title work. Because no matter what, like I said, if you buy a car today, you're not going to be able to sell it today unless you're more of a bigger dealership, and they could float the title, because they could just give them a tag and then they could take the title and float it, wait for the real title to come, and they give you 30-day paper tag. When it comes to small wholesalers like me, I can't do that. When I give you the title, you take the title straight to the DMV and you can get your tag today. So if you buy a car off of me, you could do that. So if I'm doing your paperwork for you out there, I'm gonna do the paperwork for you. I'm gonna give you the title back, and then all you gotta do is give the title to the customer. The customer take the title to the DMV, and they can get their title today. They ain't gotta wait 30 days, and they won't get a paper tag. Now, can I get a paper tag? Yes, I can. But I don't go that route. A lot of people love to get they want their stuff now, so I just give it to them, you know. But I just kind of wanted to come with that, and I just wanted to give y'all a little advice when it comes to a little bit of these auctions and how some of them is maneuvering and working. Like I said, if you're a wholesaler, just try ACV. I know a lot of people like, forget ACV, then try America's Auto Auction. And I'm gonna keep repeating this. You don't need a license to walk into Odessa's Auto Auction. You might need a license to walk into Manheim, the bigger cities, Texas, because you got to scan your way in. Smaller cities, you really ain't got to do that. So, but any America's Auto Auction in all 50 states, wherever they are, because I don't think they in all 50. They pretty much everywhere though. But just walk in. If you don't got your license yet, just to test the cars. You know, I wouldn't really recommend driving them. I mean, you can, but you know, I don't want nobody to get in trouble. So don't drive their cars or nothing like that. Just, you can start them and just look at them, act like you there, get used to being there. If this is something that you want to do, I just wanted to come with just a little bit of game, a little bit more free game for my wholesalers. Straight like that, man. The walk around video coming. I'm going to see y'all on the next one.